One of the greatest inventors of all time, Nikola Tesla, the genius who lit the world, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Say you are listening to the radio in your car and do not like the music that you are hearing. What do? You change the frequency. What many people fail to realize is that we can take charge of our frequencies in the exact same way. We tend to reduce our body's anatomy down to a simplified version that consists of only flesh and blood. But everything on this planet, animals, plants, and water, are made of atoms, which produce, emit, and receive energy, which operates at a specific frequency. Everything. All our tissues, cells, organs, emotions, and thought patterns have their own unique electromagnetic fields, as do allergens, viruses, or bacteria. All things have a frequency, including you, the human body. It has been shown that a normal person has a frequency of 62 to 72 megahertz. When the body drops below this frequency, we begin to get into illness and disease states. For example, if our frequency drops to 58 megahertz, then we are likely to get a cold or flu. If our frequency drops to 42 megahertz, we become susceptible to cancer within the body. The lower the frequency, the closer we are to death. Healy is an ingenious invention designed to provide frequencies that support your health, body, and well-being, with an intuitive app that puts the future into your hands.
I called up Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old, and he lived in Palo Alto. His number was still in the phone book. And he answered the phone himself. He said, "Yes?" I said, "Hi, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old. I'm a student in high school, and I want to build a frequency counter. And I was wondering if you had any spare parts I could have." And he laughed, and he gave me the spare parts to build this frequency counter, and he gave me a job that summer in Hewlett-Packard, working on the assembly line, putting nuts and bolts together on frequency counters. He got me a job in the place that built them. And I was in heaven.
I wanted to show you the device that really is changing all of this right now. This is the world's first artificial intelligence-driven, syncs up to your smartphone.
The German-born theoretical physicist who developed the theory of relativity once said, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics." Every object on Earth possesses what is called a natural frequency, which depends on its size, shape, and composition. 1-7. This explains how a singer can shatter a glass by hitting a certain note, which does not happen because the singer's voice has reached a particularly high pitch. Rather, it is a matter of attaining the natural frequency of the glass. As a result, all the energy in the sound of the singer's voice is transferred to the glass, and it shatters. The professional boxer, activist, and philanthropist nicknamed the Greatest, widely regarded as one of the most significant and celebrated sports figures of the 20th century, and as one of the greatest boxers of all time, used to not only match the frequencies of his opponent's training schedules, he used to do more frequently, so that when he stepped into the ring, he knew that they could never match his power, because his frequency was stronger. What? Everywhere in daily life, there are frequencies of sound and electromagnetic waves constantly changing and creating the features of the visible and audible world familiar to everyone. Some aspects of frequency can only be perceived indirectly, yet people are conscious of them without even thinking about it. A favorite radio station, for instance, may have a frequency of 99.7 megahertz. And fans of that station know that every time they turn the FM dial to that position, the station's signal will be there. Of course, people cannot hear radio and television frequencies, part of the electromagnetic spectrum, but the evidence for them is everywhere. Similarly, people are not conscious in any direct sense of frequencies in sound and light. Yet without differences in frequency, there could be no speech or music, nor would there be any variations of color.
We know that Healy's got you intrigued, so head on over to ChooseHealy.com to see tons of Healy testimonials, hear reviews on the Healy technology, and how to easily get your hands on this game-changing and disrupting opportunity to support you, your family, your community, your clients, and your patients. We look forward to you scheduling a time to experience the Healy Resonance device from wherever you are. So head on over to ChooseHealy.com to receive all the information you require and to schedule your Healy Resonance experience today. You'll be glad you did. Get ready for the new paradigm of affordable energy medicine. It's here today and waiting for you. ChooseHealy.com.